Greetings and peace and blessing to each and every one of you. I hope that you're doing great, or I hope that you are at least maintaining. And if you're not, I hope that you're getting the encouragement and resources that you need to bring you back to where, bring you back to a place where, you can function. Okay? Nam Yoho Renge Kyo to you. So I want to welcome you to Aisha Speaks Jade podcast, where I'm your hostess and podcast creator. Aisha, also lovingly known as Jade. And as I said in my first video, it's been some time. I am definitely behind. I'm not going to make any excuses. Just life, and I've just been going through some different types of mood, just like anybody else, any other human being. So, but nonetheless, I should know that even with that, I need to not allowed myself, but I'm not going to beat myself up because I am here and present right now. And I'm so glad that, for you followers, you just kind of hang in and when you stick with me. And I so appreciate each and every one of you. Also, if you listen to this replay, which is live, I appreciate you. And if not, it's always available. All of my podcasts are available after I'm done. So I just want to jump into it because kind of actually this may be my last one this evening. Already I'm like, who knows? I say now, but it could always be something different. So let's just move forward. This evening's topic is going to be about signs you have zero self-respect for yourself. If you fall into that category, I'm not here judging you. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just making aware. Okay? So signs that you have zero self-respect for yourself. And what you need, and hopefully if you fall into any of these categories, it might be something that you can work on so that you can learn to have respect for yourself. So let's jump in, shall we? So you let other people control you. Everyone loves to give advice and tell you what you should be doing. If you let these people have the last say, you might be missing respect for yourself. You don't have to listen to everything that someone else tells you to do. You absolutely do not. You do have a brain for yourself. And if you make a mistake or if you fall, it's okay. That's part of human life. You can get up and start over. Do a do-over. Catch it, check it, change it. Next is you ignore your intuition. Oh boy, have I not done that before. Whew. So it may be tempting to ignore a sinking feeling in your stomach, but it's an important survival mechanism. Your gut instinct lets you know the best way to honor your own needs. Learn to pay attention to it and your mental state or psychology. Next is you allow other people to take advantage of you. So unfortunately, others will try to take your kindness and sensitivity for granted. Ooh, let Jesus be offense. Don't I know that all too well in every aspect? People, if they see that you're kind and you're sincere and you have a good aura about yourself, they want to take it away from you and tear it down because a lot of people are so miserable and used to ratchet stuff. Note, I'm trying not to curse so much. So, people take your kindness for weakness, okay? Remember to protect yourself. When you learn to self-help, you learn to help others as well. Next is your true feelings remain hidden. It can be hard to open yourself up and become vulnerable. That's been a work in progress for me too. But when you become in touch with your feelings, you respect your true self. Absolutely. That's me as well. Okay? Learn to be aware of what your own emotions are trying to tell you. Next is you overpromise. If you deny your gut feeling and commit to something you really don't want to do, you are denying your happiness. It is always okay to say no. I spoke about this in another video. Don't apologize for saying no. It's okay. It is really okay to say no. And if you have to have a reason, say your reason and keep moving. Don't back down from it. Next is you are holding back from pursuing your happiness. If your own personal dreams and goals always come last on your list, stop and think about whether that may actually be making you feel resentful. It's important to spend time doing things for others, but if you never think about what your own desires are, chances are you don't respect yourself. So it's nice and cute and, wholesome to, support other individuals and what their needs are, but baby, self-care. Please do not forget about what your goals and passions are and pursue those. Next is you spend your time on things you don't love. If you find yourself doing something only that someone else will approve of you, stop and reconsider your actions. You do not need to force yourself to do unpleasant things in order to get acceptance from other people. Healthy relationships are built on terms that both people are comfortable with. Next is you spend too much time self-criticizing. Like we can be our own worst enemies, right? Who knows that? I know I do. Been there. It's important to be self-aware, but not self-critical. It is not healthy or constructive to spend large amounts of time considering your negative attributes. This is not a happy way to live. Yes, we have positive and negative, but try to change those negatives into some positive attributes or positive actions. Next is you deny your own needs. Whew. When you start listening to your gut, you will start to figure out what you need. You need to prioritize taking care of yourself. I always say self-care. Please take care of yourself. Please, people, men and women, take care of yourself. Self-care is a priority. So, prioritize taking care of yourself however you need. This is a vital way to begin to respect yourself. Because when you're taking care of yourself, you feel better. Start loving yourself and liking yourself more, keeping your head up instead of always having your head down. Start putting a smile on your face instead of always having a frown on your face. You're feeling confident about yourself. You're being that queen or goddess, that king that you are meant to be. 10 is you constantly think about what others think of you. Relationships are important, but other people cannot define your sense of self. You do not require validation from anyone in order to be happy. Let me say that again. You do not need or require validation from anyone in order to be happy. Next is you spend your time judging others. If you are self-critical, you will also project that feeling onto others. But the truth is that other people are out of your control. And as you accept yourself, you must also respect others. Allow other people to make their own choices. Right. You can't control nobody, so stop trying. Stop trying to mold people. Stop trying to control people. You don't want people to control and mold you, so please do not do the same to somebody else. You can't control them, but you can control yourself. You may not like other people's you may not like other people and how they are, but just let them be where they're at and you focus on you and your choices. And lastly, your relationships are harmful or unfulfilling. So when you don't respect yourself, it can be too easy to end up in relationships that are unfulfilling or even toxic or abusive. And abusive doesn't necessarily mean physical abuse. It could be financial abuse. It could be mental and or emotional abuse. It could be sexual abuse. You know, there's lots of toxic / abusive, unfulfilling things. You can take care of others while still prioritizing your own needs and desires. Let go of the need for others' approval because it does not matter. And let me just quickly backtrack and say, if you are in a toxic or abusive relationship, do your best to get out of it as soon as you can, because that is not a healthy place or space where you need to be. So it may sound daunting, but once you begin to prioritize yourself and your own happiness, you will begin to feel more reasons to respect yourself. Because once you get in tune with yourself, honey, you are going to feel good and confident, and people are going to see that. But more importantly, you're going to see it. It is so important to remain in touch with your intuition and needs. It is okay to become the person that you want to be. It is. It's okay. You don't need anyone else's permission. Absolutely not. Trust yourself and your limits, and others will too. And if I didn't say it, I'm going to say it again. It sounds daunting, but once you begin to prioritize yourself and your own happiness, you will begin to feel more reasons to respect yourself. So with that being said, I thank you so much for tuning in live, and or thank you for listening to the replay that will be available shortly after. You can find me on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel that you can go to and subscribe by hitting the thumbnail and hitting the notification bell. Aisha Speaks Jade. Again, that's Aisha Speaks Jade. You can find me at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or my YouTube channel. And if you have LinkedIn, I'm at Aisha Jade Speaks. Remember self-care. Walk in your path or your faith. Go for your goals, your passions. Know your worth and your value. And when you're going through some challenges, catch it, check it, and change it. Though it may not always be easy, but it is achievable. Have an enjoyable evening, a better tomorrow. Stay safe, protected, and bless up. Peace out.